And welcome back to Yellow Cottage Soapery. I am going to be making a flowering dogwood soap, and a dogwood flower has 4 petals and it kind of has a little bit of a heart shaped. So I have a couple of different things ready because I'm not sure how the soap is going to behave. I tried to read reviews on it, and it was from Nature's Garden, and a lot of people use it in wax. So that doesn't help me at all when I'm trying to find out how it performs in cold process. I think there was one review and it said it did rice. So I'm hoping that it doesn't do that. I do need it to thicken up a little bit to pipe. I'm going to try to pipe some dogwood flowers on the top, and I need them to be really, really small. So if I get to that point and I feel like I can't do it on the cake, then I'm going to do it on my my nail here. I have some parchment paper cut out for that. So I'm going to be using, most are white, but there are some pink flowering dogwoods. I didn't want to do solid white, so I'm doing this Voodoo Pink, and it's going to be in the base of the soap, and then I'm going to use it to line my bag, my piping bag, so that just the tips of the flower are the darker pink. I have a picture. Let me show you what my inspiration picture was. This just shows you I get inspiration from everywhere. When I was looking up flowering dogwood, I came across this picture, and so this is kind of what I'm going by. At first I was going, because I'm using my my large slab mold here, and at first I was going to try to do one whole tree on that. I still may end up doing that. But then I was worried that the bottom pieces really wouldn't have any flowers unless I just kind of put them laying on the ground, which I may do. My other option is, if I can make the dogwoods small enough, I want to do, if you just picture like this top part right here, just this, on each bar of soap. So it's going to depend on how the soap reacts and how big I can pipe, or how it reacts to the fragrance, and how big I can pipe, or how small, I should say, how small I can pipe the flowers. Because if I can't get them small enough, then I can't do each on the individual bar. I'll have to just do like a big tree. So the other color that's going in the soap is, this is a mix of Voodoo and titanium dioxide, and I just couldn't get it to mix up very well, so I'm going to have to blend that one good. So that's going to be the main color of the dogwood. And then I have this green, and I will pour a little bit into the base, but mostly it's going to be for the leaves. And then I have just a little bit of Swiss chocolate mixed up, the brown, and I'm actually going to pour the soap right into this tiny cup because I only need enough to pipe the tree, you know, the branch and the tree, and I'm not putting that in the base of the soap. So there's no vanillin in this or anything, but you can see that it's a really orangish color. So I haven't decided if I'm going to put it in the white yet. I might, because a big portion of this is going to be white. What else was I going to say? Okay, I think that's it. I have a lot of different things going on that I have to try to remember, and so I have to clean off my goggles. They're all greasy looking. So I probably won't be talking. I may speed it up. Otherwise, this video is going to be really long just because of all the piping and everything. So most of it I'm just going to wing it depending on how this goes. So, alright, let's go ahead and get started. In this, what I did was, because I was having issues a while back with titanium dioxide, and this is the water soluble kind, and I have this bottle, it has the ball bearings in it to help mix it up, but I was having issues before. It was like clumping inside. It wasn't mixing. So I heated up some water, distilled water, and used a funnel and just put in a bunch of titanium dioxide and would pour hot water down it to get it to go down the funnel, and then just shook it really, really well. So I might have to tweak this depending on how much I have to use and how white it looks. But I was trying to do that instead of having to mix it up every time. Back. I've been trying to figure out exactly how I was going to do this, and my brown isn't set up as much as the others because it wasn't stick blended, so I have this little frother thing I got, and I used that, so it thickened up a little bit, but I decided that, first thing that I did is I took my measuring stick and I went and I measured the size of the bars, and then I don't know if you guys can see, I'll hold this up, can you see like the lines in there? And I realized that there's no way I'm going to be able to pipe flowers that small and make a little tree in each one. It would just be really difficult. So I did pipe one little dogwood. I was putting the voodoo pink, I was lining my bag, and the cup spilled, so this ended up being way more striped than I wanted it to be, and it's just supposed to be up the side. It's just kind of everywhere in there, and it spilled everywhere, so I'm trying to clean that up, worrying that these are setting up. Really, none of them are set up, like I have to pipe right this second. I'd like them to thicken a little bit more, but I did the brown just to test it for the trunk, and I think what I'm going to do is, because if I try to put the brown on there, it's going to just come out at will. It's not thick enough. So I thought what I would do is just kind of use a skewer and try to, you know, pull it up and make my branches, because I want the branches to be fairly thin. in the meantime, if this, you know, if it thickens up a little, I can use a little bit more of it. But for right now, I'm just trying to do this so I can get some of the flowers piped. See, these branches need to be longer. And it should be a little bit thicker at the bottom, the trunk. Alright, let me see if it's will come out without being obnoxious. It's better than it was. I've never been good at doing trees, so I'm just kind of winging it. I'd like each bar to have, you know, leaves and flowers and part of the tree if I can. I'm sorry if I'm holding this in a way that you guys can't see. Alright, well, this is my tree for now, I guess. And it's going to be covered up a lot with the flowers anyway. So now I'm going to try to see if I can pipe these right onto the cake, because it's way easier for me to do that. Less time consuming. So I have it on my turn spinny thing. I wanted to show you guys how I do it. Let me put one on, where'd my nail go? Just put a little bit on there and put a piece of paper on here. And then really for this, you kind of hold it flat. You've got your, this is tip number Wilton 101. It's like the smallest rose tip I could find. So you just kind of hold it flat with the big part of the tip towards you, and you just kind of squeeze, come back, and squeeze again, and that gives you kind of a heart shape. Come back, you only want 4. This one is not great at all. Now I have to put these in the freezer so that I could put them on the cake, because they're really soft. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and try to do it right on the cake. I might have to let this set up for just a little bit longer. I almost just spilled that voodoo mica again. Okay. I might forward through this part, otherwise this video is going to be really long. This has too much mica in it. I wanted it to just be on the ends. See, this is hard. So I'm thinking, if they don't really look like dogwood flowers, oh well, they're flowers. to Yellow Cottage Soapery. I'm going to cut my flowering dogwood soap. This should be pretty easy because I marked the lines before I piped it. So just have to cut along those lines. And I'll probably just cut this one layer on camera because they're all going to basically be the same. I read an article on YouTube that says you should keep your videos less than 5 minutes in order to keep people's attention. And I was like, 5 minutes? Sometimes that's my intro when I tell you guys everything I'm going to do. I just don't want to bore anybody or have my videos be too long, because I know when I'm watching videos, if they're too long, my attention span, unless I'm really into it, but my attention span is kind of, oh, I kind of push the button to fast forward and everything. So this is what the swirl looks like. I really like the voodoo color on the inside. I think that adds to it for sure. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on my next video.